an incredible woman overall. Luz.
Oh.
My God.
Yes. How are you?
I forgot your last name.
Marie-Caro.
Luz Caro.
Luz Caro. I'm sorry. I'm like
no worries.
Hello and welcome to Modern Goddess Talk, where we help you love yourself a little bit more and expand your mindset to that of a goddess so you can shine your brilliance into the world. I'm your host, Dr. Marina Kostina, and today we're interviewing my Reiki sister, this incredible, beautiful lady and a very spiritual being, a healer, a life certified life coach, a CEO and the owner of the Life at the End of company, a hostess and one of the co-directors of the Luz and Dolly Show, Luz Marie-Caro.
And thank you for having me. I'm just so excited and delighted to be here. And yes, you are my Reiki soul sister, and I'm just so delighted to be part of this and to know you. Thank you for being in my life.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And you will see there is this beautiful softness about this lady because, you know, she speaks the word that is connected to the divine, truly. I think you're the channel, and it's just so wonderful to have you here, especially for such an incredibly important topic of forgiveness. So forgiveness lately, I don't know if you noticed, but on Facebook I see that people start getting a little bit spiritual more, but spirituality is a little bit more fashionable right now. You know, we talk about gratitude, we have talk about forgiveness, but what is forgiveness to you?
Forgiveness to me is allowing that connection with self. When we don't forgive other individuals, we are not helping or hurting them in any way. It's affecting us and hurting us. So I believe forgiveness is the biggest thing you can do for yourself, to let go and be at peace with whoever or whatever situation has transpired. I truly believe that that when we forgive, we just allow ourselves peace and happiness and joy to continue its journey within us. And so many of us don't realize that.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, it's kind of interesting. I looked up the etymology of the word, and in Old English, it means to give the power to punish somebody. So when we don't forget, we really actually subconsciously wish something bad upon somebody. Is that true?
That's so sad. I believe that is the case. And individuals that don't forgive, I don't think that they realize that. I think the more and more we connect with that and allow ourselves to believe that to be the case, I believe the more we would be more forgiving. Unforgiveness to me is, what's that phrase that they say? It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Or grabbing a charcoal and wanting to throw it at someone, but you're getting burnt right before you throw it.
Wow, this is really good examples. And I know you have a very difficult personal story. If you would like to share it, and how did you find within your heart to forgive?
You know, there's a few things, but I'll concentrate on one, which is my ex-boyfriend. Falling in love with another woman, and I practice forgiveness and love and self-love. And when you come to the realization when something like that happens, you wonder, how am I going to react? And then to realize that you react the way you've been teaching and helping others react, to come from a place of love and abundance and not fear and lack and hatred. And when that happens, like you mentioned, you just feel this connection with God, divine, the universe, that it does happen. So he falls in love with another woman. And for me to look him in the eyes and just say, I wish you all the best because you deserve.
But really mean it in your heart.
And mean it. And for it to come from such a place of love and abundance, no jealousy, no hatred, no fear. the fact that his mom and I are still close. She calls me from Germany. She writes to me. His ex-wife connects with me and talks to me, shares pictures of their daughter, and I wish him the best. And to know that if I wasn't that person for him, to be deeply in love with and feel that that's your soulmate, he deserves to find that person. Who am I not to think that he deserves that, or to blame? When we blame, one finger is pointing and three are pointing at you. So that forgiveness to me is so amazing and necessary. You don't know who, I see them. Oh, you just don't know who you're intended to connect with. If a situation, a relationship is not working and you're staying there, it's not healthy for the other person, it's not healthy for you, and then you won't have that possibility to connect with that amazing person because you were already tied up. So to me, when something like that happens in your life, when your loved one no longer loves you, when you don't feel that it's working, be welcoming to the freedom. Be welcoming to the fact that life is such a precious, amazing gift. And if something is not happening, there's a reason for that. And to be able to be comfortable within your heart of hearts to know that that individual is a being of light and love and deserves to have happiness. And perhaps you weren't the one for that person.
This is incredible to me that you could, because, you know, I am sure for many people who hear this interview, it's one of the worst situations in a relationship, right? What if somebody, God forbid, killed a person we loved? How can you find forgiveness?
That has happened. My little brother was 23 and he was shot in the head and died in 2004. I never met the individual that did it. I forgave that individual because they're a child of God and of this universe. And we don't know what that individual has gone through in their life, what has caused them to do what they've done. And in this situation, he was trying to shoot and kill the person that was next to my brother, which was our neighbor in the basement. So it wasn't on purpose. I never met the individual. I forgive him. Again, he's a being of light and love. And if we don't forgive individuals, we're denying ourselves to connect with a higher being, with a light, because it stays inside of us and it makes our body sick.
Talking about sick, you know, you and I, we work with energies, right? And can you explain to our audience, please, what happens on the energetic level and how is that projected onto different aspects of life if you don't forgive somebody?
You know, forgiveness comes from a deep place of compassion and love and peace within our heart chakra. And we have energy centers. Everything is energy. So the 7 main energy centers in our body, the heart happens to be in the middle. It's the center. The 3 physical chakras below and the 3 upper chakras, which is spirituality. And the center of all that is the heart. And that when it's not flowing, as you know, as Reiki Masters, it's not flowing the right speed. It's either blocked because you're holding on to resentment and anger and guilt and pain, and all these things cause you dis-ease. A disease is not just called disease for, you know, no reason. It's dis-ease, which means your body, the energy in your body is not flowing as it should, in through the left and up and around and out through the right. So that blockage, it hardens your heart. It makes me get chills.
I know.
When your heart is blocked and when energy is not flowing, as you know very well, you are repelling any love coming your way. It's like you build a foundation, this brick mortar right outside of you, and then we wonder, why doesn't anyone love me? And why can't I get a beautiful person in my life? Because you haven't healed. As you know, when we have individuals that come for a Reiki session, there's so much in the past that they've held on to that they don't allow to release, and they wonder, why do I have a backache? And why do my shoulders hurt? What are you carrying?
Absolutely.
Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, my favorite amazing book, because in there is a glossary of all these dis-eases in our body, the probable cause, and an affirmation for you to let go and relieve and heal yourself.
But very often it's hard to heal yourself.
Yes.
So you offer Reiki Reiki sessions,
Yes.
and you also have healing group sessions. Like,
Yes.
can you please tell our audience how they can find you, with all of the amazing things that you do?
Thank you. I started doing one-on-one Reiki sessions with individuals, and they started asking me, I want to bring my family to you. So I have about, 6 families that the husband, the wife, the grandparents, the kids come. And they said, why don't you host group sessions? And I thought, okay, I'm here to serve. So whatever individuals are asking for, I will do whatever's in my power to facilitate that. So every Thursday, the 4th Thursday of every month, I host at our home in Bartlett. Individuals come from all ages. We had as young as 9 and as old as 97.
Oh, that's so
Isn't
beautiful.
it lovely?
I love it.
We sit down, we share. It's a 2-hour workshop from 7 to 9. And just whatever comes to me, I don't rehearse anything. I have a whole list of things that have worked for me, and I want to share that with individuals. So anything from self-love to forgiveness to releasing resentment, our body, finding balance within physical, emotional, and spiritual connection. And so yes, you can find me on Facebook under Luz Marie-Caro. Well, the Luz and Dolly Show, you can find me on there too. And I also have a YouTube channel, Luz Caro, and my website, alightattheend.net. Or also call me or email me. You can find me at luzislovelight@gmail.com. That's my email address. Or 630-200-8075. And just to know that life is such a precious gift, and when we let go of that hurt and resentment and we start forgiving, everything else just works.
That's so wonderful. Can you
just
share a couple of
works.
steps of how can a person that listens to your interview right now, what can they do? Like right now, okay, they know they need to forgive. What do they do?
Not to be judgmental. Mother Teresa always says, when we judge individuals, we don't have time and space to love them. So when you judge another person, you're not loving them. When you judge yourself, you're not loving yourself. So coming from a place of self-love and forgiving individuals is difficult, of course, because some people say they don't deserve my forgiveness. They did this, they did that. When you let go of that and just be willing to forgive, I am willing to forgive that individual for what they did. That right there removes the energy of hatred and resentment and guilt, and allows a new light on the situation and the individual, so that you can begin the process. It doesn't mean by you saying, oh, I'm willing to forgive, you're going to forgive.
Right, and that's what happens very often.
Yeah, so just be willing to forgive, and every time you get to that place of a negative thought, change that to a positive affirmation. I can't believe he did that. I am happy and grateful that I was strong enough to get through that.
That's a beautiful switch.
You can do it like this. It's just an emotion and a thought.
Energy changes in a second. We don't need years to work on this.
No, I get goosebumps because I understand that you understand.
We understand that. Absolutely.
And we'd like you to understand that.
Yes.
That's how easy and quick it is.
One more question.
Yes.
You know how in relationship, when you start a relationship with somebody, it would be really awesome to know if they have capacity for forgiveness or not. Because if they don't, it will always come back and bite your relationship. If there was any scanning device to do that, do you know how can people, when you meet anybody, and it's not only for a relationship, for any type of relationship, right? How do people who still hold grudge and don't have forgiveness in their heart, how do they show to the world? How do you recognize that energy?
Individuals that don't let go of that?
Yes.
They're negative. They always find the negative in every situation, no matter what. I just won a lottery ticket. I got $10,000, but I have to pay taxes on that. Things like that. When you're driving with them and someone cuts in front of them, and instead of saying, go ahead and peace be with you, or be careful driving, which is what I always do. And Chewy and Dolly always laugh because that's what happens. But we hold grudge, we hold anger, we hold that, why would you do that and get in front of me? Right there, that energy that they're exuding, that's not healthy. That's not healthy here, that's not healthy here, and it makes a connection, and the next thing could happen. You can miss a yellow light, or I don't know, you get a flat tire, you know very well that things come and continue to spiral. So when you're in a bad negative place, negative things continue to happen. So the quicker you can change that thought and emotion to a positive one, more beautiful, light, loving situations happen in your life.
Thank you
I believe.
so much. This is such a beautiful message. And just think about it. You know, we want to leave you with this thought that, you know, like a poet, Alexander Pope said, to err is human, to forgive is divine. So it really is a divine energy that runs through your heart when you let go and let God, right? They say, right? So touch your heart, open it, and let it go. Just let it go. Your life is going to change completely.
Totally.
Yes?
Totally.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy vibes, happy lives.
No.